Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the 2022 Pennsylvania Senate race. I tried recording this video about a week ago, but the thing is, I don't know what happened. The recording just did not save. It was not, something happened, so I'm re-recording it today and hopefully posting it today. But I'm going to be talking about the Pennsylvania Senate race and Dr. Oz, who is at this point seemingly blowing this race to John Fetterman, in my mind. This is a winnable race that Republicans are blowing. Dr. Oz is not the best candidate for the Republicans in Pennsylvania. Frankly, I think Kathy Barnett probably would have been the best candidate, followed by, I would say it'd be a close tie between Oz and McCormick. McCormick maybe more, but maybe Oz would be slightly better. Both of them were bad. But Kathy Barnett, in my mind, would have been the best. Had, she obviously rose to prominence earlier, Donald Trump could have probably endorsed her, or would have probably endorsed her. However, Oz seemed like the only pick after Parnell dropped out. So, that's who the Republicans are stuck with at the moment. Let's go through, and this is just, of course, this is just a website talking about the polls in Arizona and the race and how John Fetterman is slightly in the lead right now. But I'm just going to go through some facts that help prove my point, at least, that Dr. Oz is blowing his opportunity to become Pennsylvania's next senator. John Fetterman has, and this is obviously the biggest one, John Fetterman has just gone through a stroke. He is now in his recovery process, and he is not well. He is not functioning well. He cannot function on the campaign trail. When he speaks, he can't get through a speech coherently. It's all broken up. His brain is not functioning well. He's not doing well cognitively. And that, of course, is something that Dr. Oz can talk about. He's blaming that on, the fact that John Fetterman is a stoner and smokes weed, but it's because he had a stroke. So he could say that John Fetterman is not healthy to remain on the campaign trail, and certainly in the Senate, he would be ridiculous to have him representing the state when he cannot represent himself. Um, but I don't think that's even a main thing that they could talk about with John Fetterman. There are so many issues on policy that Dr. Oz can go after John Fetterman. What Dr. Oz did and has been doing has actually been shifting to the left in policy. He tweeted out recently that he supports the Senate, whatever it be called, cementing Obergefell into the law. I don't really even know what the codifying Obergefell. I think that's the term that people use for it, because codifying is putting it into law. Punching to the right, shifting left, saying that he supports gay marriage, he's against traditional marriage. Even Glenn Youngkin, who won in the state of Virginia as a somewhat moderate, but however, when you rank him compared to other Republican governors, he actually governs the state much more conservatively, um, came and ran in Virginia as opposed to gay marriage. Now, he didn't make that a number one topic of his campaign, but that was something that he was striding on. He said that he supports traditional marriage. He supports marriage as it was known, you know, in the past for a long time between a man and a woman. And then he got elected regardless of that. And Terry McAuliffe did not even really try and campaign and attack Glenn Youngkin on that issue. So Oz is not campaigning correctly. He can talk about the many, many very questionable policies and beliefs that John Fetterman has, especially with regards to incarceration and crime. In an interview, John Fetterman was asked if he had a magic wand and could fix any problem in this country, what problem would it be fixed? And he said that he would commute the life sentences of mass murderers and mass rapists in the state of Pennsylvania and in the country. That is probably one of the most horrific things that I have ever heard, where somebody, an actual person running for the Senate, is saying that he wants to commute the life sentences of mass murderers and rapists. That is just something that I've never heard before. Previously it used to be a debate between the death penalty and life without parole. Now, not only does he not want life with parole, he doesn't want life at all and simply just wants a 20, 30-year sentence. He said that after 10 years, these people have paid their debt to society for murdering people and raping people. Now, I don't know, maybe Pennsylvanians agree with him, but I don't think the majority of Pennsylvanians agree that that satisfies justice, that would be just to have those people get off after 15, 20 years in prison for doing those horrendous acts. So he's with regards to that, he's been very, very, something that Dr. Oz could definitely attack him on. Also, the fact that he is against fossil fuels, he is, wants to get rid of coal mining, he wants to get rid of natural gas drilling. That is definitely another issue that Oz can have such a benefit and advantage on, and certainly attack Fetterman on. He can talk about the fact that Fetterman, has many policy issues where he has shifted to the left. He would be pretty much on par with Bernie Sanders in his political views in the Senate. Now, in Pennsylvania, which is a purple state, and Vermont, which is a solid blue state, that would contradict itself. Fetterman is not in any sense a moderate in Pennsylvania, and Dr. Oz can capitalize on all of these issues, but he simply is not. He is stealing defeat from the jaws of victory. If he decides to campaign as he has been campaigning, he will lose the Pennsylvania Senate race. At this point, it's looking like Fetterman will narrowly win this. However, there's a month to go in the election cycle. But this is really all on Dr. Oz and his ability to mobilize and change his campaign effort, because at the moment he has been campaigning horrifically. He's been campaigning horribly. And he has to change this, or else he's not going to win the election. Um, Now that's really all I have for you. Let me know below in the comments your thoughts on Dr. Oz and his ability to campaign, and if you think he'll win the general election, or if you think that he needs to change the way that he is campaigning in order to win the general election. That's really all I have for you. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're getting close to 600 subscribers. We are heading close to the midterm, so I'm going to try and pick up more videos, and stay tuned for more videos. Like the video, and have a great day. Thank you all for watching.